Hi, welcome to A Week in Walford, the EastEnders review show hosted by two people whose new style icon is Karen Taylor in a tracksuit.
Hashtag fit family.
You know it. I'm Jonathan Hughes.
And I'm Sarah Doran.
This week's headlines: Sharon shuts down Louise.
What's eating cat?
And Dot's trip down memory lane. So I'm just saying, we called it, we knew who it was, please bow to me. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we found out this week who has been blackmailing Sharon and Keanu, who knows about their affair, who's been watching them, who's been texting them. It was Louise, Phil's daughter, little Lou. But you know, she is Lisa Fowler's daughter. Lisa Fowler's not one you cross. She's a little bit volatile, a little bit unstable. So are you pleased it was Louise? Did you predict it? I did, just saying.
I had a feeling, I was like, who else really could it be?
Yeah.
It was either going to be like Louise or Dennis. Like
Denny. Someone in the house. Someone in the family.
Someone in the house.
Makes it just more potential plot-wise.
It's always family.
It's all about family. She should have known.
And you know, little Lou was watching you. You know,
watching Lou.
Thankfully, little Lou didn't have to watch you, Sharon. She had to listen to you.
That was enough.
Over and over.
How many times do we have to hear Sharon and Keanu's sexy time audio?
I'm just waiting till it's replacing the duff duffs. You know, someone's going off in a cab and then you hear hers.
I want it as a ringtone.
I think it should be on like a mindfulness app. So as you're soothing yourself off to sleep, the calming noises.
Yeah, a lot of that. Poor Louise, I think she was trying not to laugh when they were playing that song. And how gullible is Louise? Oh no, he was my personal trainer. He was just pushing me hard at the gym. As if.
Yeah, he was pushing you hard, all right, Sharon.
Anyway, do you think she really believed Sharon, or is she just biding her time? She's playing a long game?
I think she genuinely did believe it.
It looked like it, didn't it?
I nearly said something else there. I was just like, no.
Thankfully not.
I do think, like, because she was... And the thing that got me, though, is she was all for blackmailing them, right? And when she kind of believed, she was like, oh, you can't tell my dad, Sharon. You can't tell my dad about this. He'll go ape. And I was like, so you were happy for him to go ape previously?
She was threatening to call him.
Just like, yeah. I mean, it might have helped if Sharon hadn't then gone and hooked up with Keanu again and potentially given someone else in the house the ammo they would need. Yeah,
so there was that bit with Denny where it looked like Denny had overheard them, you know, talking and everything like that.
Like the whole nation, he was sitting there like this.
Covering his ears. No more!
No more.
My ears are bleeding.
Yeah.
You have a theory, though, that perhaps...
so I'm just going to say it here. I mean, he could be traumatised for life, but let's face it, Denny's already been traumatised. His dad was stabbed before he was even, like, born, wasn't he?
Yes, that's true.
Poor old Dennis Rickman, R.I.P. What a waste. What a loss to fans of EastEnders. But that's another story.
Yeah. We're over it 13 years later, by the way.
I'm so not. First ever proper EastEnders crush. Oh, no. Call me Nigel. Anyway, Denny, right, is sitting there at the table, headphones in, we couldn't see. Sharon breathes this massive sigh of relief. But I'm sorry, Sharon, who's to say he's not watching the footage? Yeah, he's got, as well as the audio. He's twisted. Yeah, as well as audio, there may be visuals of that encounter in the arches. I'll tell you what else. I think I am pushing it a bit, but you know. No, I think you're onto something. I stand by it. Well, I predicted Louise, and I was right about that. What would be good is if people could get Keanu's name right, though, because this has been going on. Phil always calls him Keanu. Sharon actually lapses into Keanu. Yeah. She should have said Keanu, shouldn't she? She'd been in trouble. Dot called him Keanu. She couldn't quite get his name, get her head around it. Oh, it's just Keanu. He drew me to hospital. And then Dr. Legg just called him Ken. I mean, does he think he's in, like, Corrie? Yeah. Poor Dr. Legg. Yeah. He doesn't quite know. Not sure what soap he's in. I know. Anyway, we'll come to Dr. Legg in a minute. Our next topic of conversation is Judgy McJudgeface, Kat Moon Slater. What is up with her? Why is she being so horrible to Hayley? Oh my God, this is like comically horrible. It's like how comically horrible Hayley is to Jean. Kat is in turn to Hayley. So we had Hayley, leave it, Jane. Yeah. Get out, Jane. Stop making me a cup of tea, Jane. And now this is Kat, like, leave it, Hayley. Leave it, Hayley. Why is anyone building a cot for Hayley's baby? Hayley's not built it. It's like, well, Hayley's pregnant. Hayley's sitting there with a bump. And all you can say is, well, I've not built it. What amused me about that particular scene, actually, Kat was like, I've been up to my elbows in grease. And I was like, you're in a bustier. You're like wearing a corset, essentially. Is that how you've been cleaning? Sorry. She's got her Moulin Rouge outfit on to do the cleaning. Yeah, very odd. And she's seeing red. You know? She really is. I was a bit...
a bit over this, to be honest, because Kat and Hayley contrive to get them to hate each other so much, because obviously it's going to come out, has to come out at some point, that Alfie is the father of Hayley's baby. However, Kat also saying, oh, Hayley should give up the baby. It's a really cruel thing to say. Kat was forced into giving up her own baby, Zoe, pretend it was her sister, not her daughter. You ain't my mother, yes I am, etc, etc. Do you think Kat would really want a member of her own family to give her baby away?
No, not for a minute. I think this is one of those situations where we've got a plot that's not driven by actual kind of, you know, the past, but driven by this end goal that they want to achieve, obviously, with some massive showdown.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Kat's had all this time and she's already just getting angrier and angrier and angrier, that any kind of massive showdown now would just feel like, well, it's more of the same.
Yeah, it's true actually. It's already a bit repetitive, and what's it going to add into the mix once she finds out it's Alfie and hates her even more? She's just going to hate her even more. Also, Kat and Alfie aren't even together.
I know, and you had a really good point about how it would be so much better if Kat and Hayley were actually like bonding.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this. Like, what if they had become like really, really close throughout this pregnancy, even to the point where I can imagine Kat being like Hayley's birth partner and holding her hand through the contractions. Her doula. You guys, push! Imagine that shouting at that birth scene. So then that would make the betrayal all the more greater. Like, why didn't they do it like that? I feel like you say, it's just going to be another row.
And the thing is, I feel like I wouldn't mind Kat being so angry at her if I didn't already know that Alfie was the father. Like, I think if there'd been more of I much prefer a compact who's the daddy. That gets sorted in about a week or two.
Are you not one for, like, you know, going on for the entire 9 months?
No. I feel like this didn't need a Who Killed Lucy Beale lead-in, you know? Yeah. Even Lucy Beale didn't need a Who Killed Lucy Beale lead-in, but that's another story.
That's not for him.
I just feel like it needed something a little bit different in order to make this particular kind of thread of anger work.
And more mystery, which would have been good. Yeah. We'll see, probably more shouting to come for all of the taste of it anyway. So our final topic of the week, it's not even that cheery, it's poor Dr. Legg is refusing treatment. Doesn't look like he's got long left. He's 98. Can you believe that?
That is amazing. I'm sorry to be really crass and punny, but I mean, that is a man who's got legs and a character that's got legs.
2 G's in that leg. Dot has got a lovely idea though, or so she thinks. She's making a photo album of pictures of old, to remind him of happy times in Albert Square, all this stuff. Oh, you know, if he's a bit down, you can just look in this book I'm making of old publicity shots of characters from EastEnders.
It's like, do you recognise this man who's got his apprentice, you know, contestant pose on?
To camera, a picture from 1985, probably in the Radio Times.
Possibly.
And then really, would anyone want to think about the last 30-odd years in EastEnders if they wanted to cheer themselves up? I don't think so. What's going to be in there? Or remember when Dan dumped Angie on Christmas Day and it ruined all of their lives? All good times. No.
Or remember the time when, you know, Abby and Lauren were up on the roof of the Vic and they toppled off with Bradley before them?
Yeah, Dr. Legg, have a look at that. That's going to finish him off. I don't think it's going to cheer him up, do you?
I mean, talk about something that would give you nothing to live for.
Maybe that's Dot's plan.
No, well, it's always been Dot's plan in the past, hasn't it?
Well, remember Ethel, just saying. So join us in 7 days' time, and we'll see if Dot's maybe put some pictures of that Ronnie and Kat baby swap storyline in the photo album of memories. We'll be back with another week in Walford.